Hey guys, it's Tina and welcome back to my channel. First of all, before we start, I really wanted to say thank you so much for all the birthday wishes. Thank you so much for all of you guys who took the time to DM me or comment or message me a happy birthday. It was so nice. I really had the greatest birthday ever because of that as well. So in today's video, I'm going to recreate yet another old video of mine, but today I'm especially excited because I'm not going to recreate just any other video. I'm going to recreate my most popular video, which has over 5 million views, and that is the how to change the shape of your eyebrows video. The reason I decided to recreate this video is because of the 0.1% of the constructive criticism comments that I got there. I really listened to you guys and I really wanted to create another video like that, but one that maybe will be a little bit easier and more fun to watch for some of you guys. A lot of you guys really loved the long intro that I gave there, and if you want to know a little bit more about eyebrows, a lot of you guys said that it was very informative. So if you really want to learn about eyebrows, a little bit more about how they change the shape of your face and the face features and stuff like that, then I really recommend to watch that video because it will just make a lot more sense to what I'm going to show in this video, because I really explain things there. But if you want to just see a quick tutorial, then you're in the right place. The second thing that a lot of you guys were annoyed by, and I really understand that, is that I didn't show both eyebrows one next to each other. So I didn't just zoom out, I only zoom in to one eye, then I show you one eyebrow and then the other eyebrow, and although I show them one frame after the other, you can't really see them one next to each other like zoomed out. So in this video I am going to show you the entire tutorial where you can see both eyebrows like in one frame. So before we jump into the tutorial, I just wanted to mention that in this video I am going to show you how to change the shape of your eyebrow using just makeup and little tips and tricks. Not really how to pluck your eyebrows, but I am going to show you if you want to leave the eyebrow shape permanently like that, straight or curved, where you need to pluck exactly, although it does depend on the individual shape of your eyebrow. But I am going to show you that as well. So I know for myself that I really like to change the shape of my eyebrow every now and then, depending on the look that I'm going for, because straight eyebrow and curved eyebrow can really change the entire look of your face, can really change your entire like eyes and features, everything. You have no idea how much. So I like to leave the shape of my eyebrow kind of like it is, like miscellaneous, and sometimes go for a curved brow and sometimes for a more straight brow. Of course, if you have a very curved arched eyebrow, you won't be able to make it like really straight, and also the opposite, if you have a really straight eyebrow, you won't be able to make it as much arched and curved, but you are able to make it a little bit more straight or a little bit more curved, and you are going to see in this video exactly how. So without any further ado, if you want to see how to create this, then just keep on watching. So let's get started. These are my eyebrows without anything on them. These are my natural brows. And you can see they're kind of the same shape, you know. This one has a little bowl spot. This one is I don't know. They're, you know, not twins, not cousins, not sisters. They're like really close friends. Anyway, I'm going to show you how to change the shape of the eyebrow. One, we're going to make a look a little bit more straight, which I think this one will be, and one we're going to make a little bit more arched, which is going to be this one. And in my previous video, I show you only one eye like that, and then like that, just so we can focus on the eye. But today, because a lot of you guys asked for it, I'm going to show it to you like that. So you can see, you will be able to see both of my eyebrows, and you will be able to see the actual change progress, kind of. So first I'm just going to comb them through just to make them look a little bit more neat. So I'm using just a spoolie and I'm combing both of them like that. Now you can do it whatever way you want. A lot of people comb them like upwards and then like trim them. A lot of people comb them downwards. I'm just combing them like to the side like that because I have a lot of brow hairs. Can see. So yeah, so now I'm going to first do this eyebrow and make it look a little bit more straight. So in my previous video I've used a eyebrow pencil, and in this video I'm going to use the Anastasia the Brow Pomade. So if you want to see a way that you can do this with a pencil, again, check out my previous video. So I'm just going to take the pomade, this is in the shade dark brown, and with a small angled brush, this is the Sigma E65, I'm going to start curving this eyebrow into a straight shape. So what you're gonna want to do is to look what space you want to cover. So if you do like a straight line from the inner corner of the eyebrow to the outer corner of the eyebrow, you can see this little space, which is the arch, and this one we want to fill in. That way the eyebrow will look a little more straight. So what I'm going to do is first go from the very inner corner and kind of fill in this bold spot right here. And for everybody is going to be different because you want to go with your shape of the eyebrow, and not everyone obviously has the same shape. So for me, I see a little gap like right here. Here I have the same thing. So I always like to fill it in a little bit just to make it look a little more straight right here. And then a little gap on this very inner corner, which I'm going to fill in as well, just to kind of close this part right here. So now we're going to the actual shaping. So I'm going to take the same product and I'm going to fill in under the arch, as I said. So I'm actually going to create a straight line right underneath the arch right here. So I'm following from the the lower part of the eyebrow right here and the lower part on the outer corner, and just filling them in between. Now you can use any product you want. You can also use a pencil, you can use a pomade, you can use like a brow shadow, but this is what I'm using. You can create little small brush strokes as well. That will look probably a little more natural, especially if you have more sparse brows. My brows are very thick, so even if I like fill them in, it won't be noticeable. So you can see, especially from a distance, it looks straight. So now you can see already it looks a lot more straight than this brow, right? So now to make it look a little more straight, you can see that this part, again, I'm eyeing my eyebrow. So for my particular shape, you can see that this outer corner kind of droops down a little bit on the upper part. So what I'm going to be doing is going from the higher spot right here on the arch of the eyebrow above and going a little bit straighter to the outer corner right here. And then I like to kind of take my fingers and kind of blend it and eye it. But once I filled in the upper spot right here, the brow doesn't look like it goes down as much on the very outer corner. Now obviously this makes my eyebrow look a lot thicker, but for me that's okay, and also because I do have a lot of brow hairs and a thick eyebrow to begin with, so I'm fine with like a thick eyebrow. And now for a little trick, I like to use highlighting to emphasize the shape of the eyebrow. So I'm just going to take a light eyeshadow like that. This is a matte shade. This is Eloped by Sigma, and with a flat 252 brush by MAC, I'm going to highlight under the eyebrow, but I'm going to make sure that I'm doing a straight line underneath, all the way from the inner corner of the eyebrow out like that, and I'm going to even take it outwards a little bit more on this outer corner. And that way it really emphasizes the straight shape of the eyebrow, because it looks like the light hits like straight ahead, like that, like straight across, and it creates an illusion of an even more straight eyebrow. Especially on this inner corner, I kind of want to take down a little bit of the darkness and like that straight across. Also, I want this arch to look a little bit more flat, so I'm going to apply the highlighting shade right above the arch. So right above the pointiest part of the eyebrow, I'm going to apply a little bit of the highlight like that. That way it makes the light look like it hits right here and just kind of flattens this whole area. If you have a shadow here, it might look, especially from a distance, like you have an arch eyebrow. So we don't want that for this shape. So we just kind of flatten it with a light eyeshadow. And that's it. Now I'm going to take my clear brow gel. This is by Anastasia. I'm just going to comb them in place. And I'm going to try and take the hairs down where I need them, which is right here under the arch, and upwards a little bit right here, downwards a little bit right here, and kind of comb them through so they will stay in the direction where I want them to go and cover where I filled them in, so it will just look more natural. Now if you want this to be your permanent your permanent shape, and you really like straight eyebrows, then I would recommend after you do this, just pluck little hairs where you find it needed. So you can go ahead and pluck where you have hairs that you don't really need. So I would pluck a little bit under here, so the brow will go upwards like that, and so you can fill it in maybe even further out on this part. I would pluck right here these little tiny hairs, so because naturally I kind of fill them in right here up there, but if you like the straight brow for every day, not for just once, then you can pluck right here like that, pluck right here, and you have a perfectly straight eyebrow. So yeah, that is the straight eyebrow. So here are the both brows. Of course this one looks a lot thicker, but yeah, it looks like I'm raising this eyebrow a little bit or something, but I'm really not. You can see my eyes are really relaxed, my forehead is really relaxed, and yet this one looks a lot more straight even without us filling in this eyebrow. So let's move on to this eyebrow and make it look a little bit more arched. So it's the same technique, brush it through, but now we're going to do the exact opposite. So everywhere where we try to stay flat on this eyebrow, we're going to do the exact opposite and make it look a little more curved and a little bit darker. And where we applied the shade here, the product, the brow pomade, we're going to try and leave bare on this eye. So first, I always like to fill in this part because it's bold for my eyebrow and I just don't like it. And also because for a straight brow, we want to make this part go a little bit lower, this part go a little bit lower, and this part, which is the arch, go higher. So I like to fill in a little bit more for days where I want a more arched brow. I like to fill in this inner corner a little bit more and make it look like it's going a little bit lower on this inner corner, because that really gives the effect and gives a little bit more to the illusion of a curved eyebrow. Now I'm going to go right above the arch up here and emphasize it. So I'm going to just take the highest point of my eyebrow and go a little bit above it with the pomade to make it look a little bit more arched. So you can see already it looks a lot more arched that way. Another trick that will make your eyebrow look a little more arched is if you take the very tail of it, so the outer corner, and drag it a little bit downwards on this very outer corner. That will create the contrast between the high arch and the lower part right here on the tail. So like that. That is actually it. That was very quick and easy. And again, now for highlighting, I'm going to take the highlight, but this time instead of going and flattening this part, I'm going to take it to the very outer corner, above right here, and highlight. And also in the very inner corner right here to kind of push it downwards on this side, the very inner corner. And then I'm going to highlight under the very arch of the eyebrow, but only here. I'm not going to take it all across like I did here. I only want this part to pop and to look a little bit more lifted than the rest of the eyebrow. You can also use like a frosted shade right there, which will make it look even higher. And that's it. Again, comb them in place, but this time I'm going to take the hairs a little bit upwards right here and downwards down here, and comb them in the shape I want. And again, if I would like this type of eyebrow, I would pluck a little bit of these hairs right here, just so they won't interrupt me later on, like next time. But I just go in between this shape and this shape, so I like to keep the natural shape like that and not pluck too much. So you can see the difference. Here it is, the before and after, the straight and the curved. Again, my eyes are very relaxed. I'm not raising my eyebrow. I'm sure a lot of people will say that I'm raising my eyebrow, but I'm really not. So you can see. So the straight, more sophisticated look, and the curved, the more kind of sexy look. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Especially if you have more sparse eyebrows or no eyebrows at all, then you can draw whatever shape you want. And this is the finished look. So that is it for this video, guys. I really hope that you find it helpful and informative as much as possible, and that it wasn't as long and annoying as the first video, although I am recommending to watch this video. I would recommend it. It got 5+ million views for a reason, I think. So if you want to check it out, I'm going to link it in the cards right here and also link it down below in the description bar of this video. Also, a full list of all the products that I used in this video is going to be linked and linked and listed down below in the description bar of this video as well as a list of all the places on the social media where you can find me at. Make sure to follow me. Of course, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and give this video a thumbs up on the way out. It would really help. I would really appreciate it. If you are subscribed, don't forget to click the little bell button down below near the subscribe button to be notified every time I upload a video, which is twice a week, Tuesdays and Saturdays. And I'm going to talk to you all on Tuesday. Bye.